evolution of the industry has changed to where record keeping is tremendously more important.
Made a new rule and everybody had to start keeping records.
Everything's documented.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Dager, and at ApRecs I handle business development and assisted in creating our grower onboarding process. In the past, I have worked with companies on their lean journey, and most specifically, though my roots are in manufacturing, in the service end of the business. In software as a service type companies, the SaaS companies, I've always tried to make that second S, service, as big as the first S, software. Today will serve as a brief introduction to Lean and our kickoff for 2015. We are happy at ApRecs to provide a forum to promote Lean. Most of the examples will be from ApRecs, with some of them taking you behind the ApRecs philosophy as we are on our own Lean journey. Today we are going to spend about 5 minutes on each of these subjects and go through them rather quickly. Please feel free to ask any questions. Since we are recording this, I will have you muted, so raise your hand or type the question in the chat box. The exercise of Lean Practice Failure Mode and Effects Analysis, FMEA, is a relatively painless activity that addresses a variety of issues that you may face in the future. It is a proactive document that brings to the surface where you may have concerns or gaps that need to be addressed. Creating a FMEA increases awareness of the exceptions that you choose to make and how it may affect your business. In simple terms, it allows you to anticipate problems so that you can take steps to reduce the risk. It is not just about product. There are many types of FMEAs to include the product, process, application, and service. Most literature will address the process side, but in the tree fruit industry, we can focus on the product side because that's still imperative. This is what drives regulation. A FMEA doesn't have to be complicated. It could just be blocks in an Excel spreadsheet that looks something like this. The attempt is to identify ways in which a change of some type may cause accidental problems. As a result, we have a way, or at least thought of a way, to address this problem beforehand. How much thought, how much planning we decide to do is determined by what is called an RPM number. That's a risk priority number, usually defined by a calculated weight that you assign to it. And it usually consists of three things: severity, occurrence, detection. FMEA is a living document, though. It is not meant to be once a year evaluation. I recommend having it part of everyday work, cascading through the organization in catchball, which is up and down the hierarchy of the organization. It can serve as a basis for continuous improvement efforts, ensuring that you're always addressing high-value tasks. It is an improvement program that directly corresponds to customer value. And I encourage even the smallest organizations to make use of some type of FMEA. It doesn't need to be complicated. But what it does for you, it provides that systematic way of identifying and highlighting the risk that you may incur. When something happens, it is much easier to react if you have thought of the situation before. You also know from your evaluation on how serious the problem may turn out to be. Who needs to be notified right away? Risk management, though, is not about identifying and solving every risk. It is directed at identifying, understanding every risk. It simply puts you in control versus having to react to the moment. In our upcoming months, we will be concentrating on a few more specific areas. Our idea is to delve deeper into TWI, training within the industry, success in your data, CAPA, corrective action, preventive action, and topics such as that. We will also be hosting an AgX Winter Conference Series Though not exactly lean, it does have very similar characteristics. It is a non-promotional series, not about the ApRecs platform. As I said, the knowledge can be applied to any system. This is not a sales demo. It is simply how to go from looking at food safety data in a reactive way, from compliance to awareness to opportunities. We typically look at this data from a lens of compliance, audits, collecting and storing records. We're going to show you a different way, how to bring this data to life through awareness and use, and from a strategic viewpoint to meet business objectives. We invite you to join us for this 3-part webinar series. There is a cost for the series. However, I'm happy to email you a discount code for the entire cost and a free ebook on Will Values Matter at the end of today's program. So this concludes for today. Can I answer any questions that you might have?